Hey, welcome back to the Infamous Podcast. This is Brian.
This is Darryl.
And Darryl, this is episode 474. It's almost time for the 475th episode.
475.
Somebody asked me what we were going to do when we get to 500. And I said, we're going to quit at 499. And then...
Or start up like, hey, on the 500th episode of the Infamous Podcast.
Oh, we're definitely going to end on a
just
cliffhanger.
have 40 minutes.
We're going to end on a cliffhanger.
Or 40 minutes. Just have 40 minutes of just no sound,
silence. Just the two of us going. No, what we should do is like do 499 and then come back with a new number one episode of a brand new podcast. That's a completely different topic. I don't think I could go through the branding process of creating another podcast. Like for me, like if anybody wants one, let me know. I'll help you for a nominal fee. But yeah, I can't believe we're almost at 500 though. It's crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
So I was randomly on Facebook today, and I'm gonna talk about sports for a second. And I'm almost never on there. And there was a comment about like the people who compare Michael and LeBron, Michael Jordan and LeBron, and
yes.
The difference between the two of them is somebody's Hall of Fame career. Like Michael won 6 championships. LeBron's only won 4. Michael won like 9 or whatever, 10 scoring titles. You know, Michael was Defensive Player of the Year. He was MVP multiple, just like this person, this fictitious basketball player who does not exist, right? Would 100% be a Hall of Famer. And so for all these people who are like, oh, LeBron's the GOAT. No. LeBron is in his 23rd season, and he's still not better than Michael Jordan. He still wears the number 23. He still has Michael Jordan's logo on his jersey. There's other. His son, who is trash at basketball at the pro level, at least, wears Jordans.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I was excited that the Lakers got bounced, especially after his little flop where he laid on the ground and got that phantom foul called. Yeah. Oh, he needs to go away. Just like, and I guess he's like, oh, I don't want to go back to the Lakers now. I was like, why? Because you ruin them? Like you do every team that you leave? So...
Yeah, he reminds me of, right?
The Cavs are great. Who he reminds you of? I mean, like the Black Plague?
Yeah, one of your favorite wrestlers of all time.
Oh, The Rock.
Yeah.
Or
like when you say he ruined the Lakers.
Or CTE Punk. So... Anyway. All right. So this week on the episode, we're gonna wade into the 100 men versus a gorilla conversation, and we're gonna in real time. We have one pick so far because we talked about it earlier this morning, and I thought it was too good to pass up. So we are picking anyone, fact, fiction, future, whatever. Like if these people we are going to pick all are going to be humans, at least 50%, and it will be them versus the gorilla. We do not have this written down. We are literally going to go through and name the 100 and do some commentary on it. But before we get to that, we're going to do mini reviews. Darryl went and saw the new Avengers, and I went and saw The Accountant 2 because I refuse to give Marvel my money at the theater anymore. And I'll just wait until it's on Darryl's Disney Plus account to maybe watch it. I still haven't watched Virtue Signal, Brave New World, so who knows?
Well, because that's not on Disney Plus yet.
I thought it was.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
No, it should be actually maybe this week or next week. It should be on.
I'm in no rush to watch it.
Yeah, again, I had never even when I saw the trailers, I had no interest in Brave New World, none. No, to go see it in theaters. It's one of those I said, okay, I'll watch it once it comes on streaming.
Right.
Thunderbolts asterisk slash New Avengers according to Marvel now, which is so stupid.
Well, we'll get into
I
that. So
actually the
here,
first
let's
yeah
go ahead and let's just hop right into your
yeah
review since you're up first. All
yeah.
right, go.
Again, first trailer for the Thunderbolts, which and if the Thunderbolts, I actually had it. It piqued my interest. Second trailer, even more so. I was still worried, considering it's Marvel, and we know what they've done for the better part of the last 5 years
Yeah.
in theaters or with movies. It's like for every decent movie, you have four bad ones or four ones that aren't worth the price of the
What
ticket.
was the last decent movie in your opinion?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
I guess that is an MCU movie now.
I mean, technically it
So
is like, but if
okay,
you're if
so
you're talking about straight
with the
MCU,
asterisk, yeah, just like MCU straight no chaser.
it would probably be Guardians 3,
I was
and
gonna
then
say
before that, Spider-Man: No Way Home.
I was gonna say Infinity War.
So
I mean, yeah, No Way Home was good. I liked Guardians 3. I haven't watched it since. Although there was a really funny clip going around where Will Porter was talking about he accidentally
when he
punched
punched,
Batista in the face
yeah,
when he was on like Graham Norton or something like that. It was really funny. He was like,
yeah,
Dave, did I punch you in the
I saw
face? And
that.
he's
Yeah.
like, no.
Like, you're all right.
So, anyway. All right. So this is not the Avengers we wanted, but it's the Avengers we got.
Yeah. Again,
Yeah.
it's very Suicide Squad-y in the sense of you have these rejects that didn't star in their own movies, weren't
Oh,
stars
sorry. By the way,
in.
spoil it because they already spoiled it themselves with the whole new Avengers thing. So,
Oh my gosh,
just
that's.
spoilers.
I thought
Spoilers
that was a
galore.
joke when I saw it.
Just give it away.
Yeah.
Oh, at the end, you thought they were
So
kidding?
no, like that they changed it everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, after 4 days.
There was
That's
a
what I
video
mean.
of Sebastian Stan going around New York City and like putting up new posters.
My gosh.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a very cut and dry, like the story itself, as far as the happenings. Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character is, and we've seen her in what was it? The TV show. She was at the end of the Black Widow movie,
Mm-hmm. She was in
and
Virtue
all
Signal
of
on the
these
Winter
characters.
Soldier.
Yeah, and you start. Oh, this is fun. You'll live this. The first what we start off with her is her role is whatever it is in the government, and they are trying to have her impeached.
Um, she wasn't elected,
Um,
right?
yes.
I mean, I
Anyway,
assume.
so
Sorry.
yeah,
Just
so
fire her.
she does a lot of black ops stuff,
Yeah.
and she used all these all the Thunderbolts in various black ops missions, and basically is trying to clean everything up so no one has any evidence. And that's how they all meet. We've seen it in the partially in the trailers where they all start fighting each other in this room, and
Mm-hmm.
that's because she sent them there to kill each other. And from there, it becomes them trying to get back at her, even though these people are dysfunctional and all that. And then in the background, they meet Bob, who, which is hilarious because it's Lewis Pullman because he was Bob in Top Gun
Right.
Maverick as
I
well.
mean, he should just play characters named Bob from now on.
Yeah,
Let's just lean into it.
and he's just like it's very he's very out of water. He's like, dude, I don't know why I'm here or whatnot. Now the through line of this, and this is one of those things, and I think Chris Gore said is like they heal with trauma
Mm-hmm.
because there's a and again this to me this really worked even though and I'll tell you the issues that I had, which is the same with pretty much every Marvel movie in the last 10 years, even Infinity War. But everybody has that darkness to them. You have, Walker with stuff going on in his personal life, and then still all the stuff that happened with him when he was Captain America. Ghost, it hints that Ghost did a lot of. I mean, we know her from Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Right.
but she talks about some of the stuff she did. We know about Yelena. We know about Red Guardian, although he really is never the one that's like, oh, I feel bad for what I did.
Yeah.
But and then obviously Bucky. So it's basically it's like not a double-edged sword, but it's primarily the stuff that you've done, and then also there's like true aspects of depression and bipolar disorder, which it's like, do I really want that in a superhero movie? But no, this is not a superhero movie. That's the thing. Like I said, these are rejects. It's not just anti-heroes. They're rejects.
Right.
And they play it like that. And that's why part of it, a lot of it works for me, is because the way the acting, and there were, the acting, and then the camaraderie and the chemistry I thought was there between, for the most part, everyone, and they're back and forth. Like I said, some of the issues, and I'll get this out of the way. This should have been more of a serious movie. Yes, you wanted some levity you don't want this to be 100% serious, but this, especially with the topics they were going about with, the depression, with the, the bipolar disorders and things like that, it absolutely should have been serious. But of course, what does Marvel love to do?
Quips.
They love to throw jokes in and quips at inopportune times. They don't allow those serious moments to breathe. And that's what we had in here. Toward the end, they got a little bit more, like all the jokes kind of went away for like that third act, which thankfully they did. Still wasn't perfect. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is, if they would have taken her out of the movie, nothing would have changed because she really didn't offer much for me. I really did like Lewis Pullman as Bob/Sentry. I really liked the way that they interspersed the traumatic moments and how we got to see under the hood, so to speak, or behind the curtain with some of the stuff that the characters have been holding in. And I got upset at first because the first 10 minutes I thought it was going to be terrible, and then we get John Walker/U.S. agent, and I did not like how they portrayed him at first in the movie.
Yeah.
And I was ready to just be like, okay, this movie's going to do this, and then you get to see, they peel the layers back, and you're like, oh, this is why he's the way he is right now. And again, it has far more to do with his personal life than it does with what happened in with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But again, this movie is not perfect, and I can see why people see this movie and are like, okay, this movie, I don't like this movie. It's not one of those where I would go 10 rounds to defend, but I will say it worked for me for the most part. It had the similar issues that, but the cast and the way for me they played out traumas, I thought was solid, and that's why I told you a 6.25. But the more I thought about it, I bumped it up, a quarter of a point, and I gave it a 6.5 out of 10. It is something I'm not obviously not going to go see again in the movie theater, but I do want to watch it again, and I most likely will buy it, because there are very few instances in the movie where I was like, there actually weren't really instances in the movie where I felt bored, but other than the first 10 minutes where I wasn't bored, but it was like, it was definitely a rocky start.
Yeah.
But thankfully it smoothed out. So 6.5 out of 10.
So you got to read what it is, what the out of 10 is.
Oh,
I gave you one.
Oh, I did not even see that. I'm sorry. Let me scroll down. I didn't see what it is. So 6.5 out of 10. Wow, this is what summer school sports teams look like.
I thought that was very clever, and it should have been read. So anyway,
that actually reminds me of the summer school movie.
Yeah, well,
with Mark Harmon.
That's what I was thinking of when I wrote it. So I actually wrote that one. I wrote that one, but awesome. Yeah, you just encouraged me just to wait until it's finally on.
Yeah, I mean,
on
again, Wait till it comes on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I don't think
Oh yeah,
necessarily
plus Disney Plus.
it is one of those movies like Warfare where you need to see it. But unlike Warfare, I will absolutely be watching this again, and I will be excited to watch it again.
Okay.
So
Cool. All right, let's hop over to mine. So I went and watched with my wife. We went to The Accountant 2 because we both really like The Accountant. It's a really good movie. And after 8 years, it's like, oh, okay, cool. We're gonna get to see what's happening with Christian Wolf and Braxton and Ray King and Second Nivea, and it's so funny because like some of this movie really works, and the thing that really works is the school for the special kids. So the St. Xavier School for Autism, where they're all computer hackers. I want a show with the girl leading the team to, help Second Nivea, help FinCEN to track down people. It was so cool the way they did this, and like with the kids, the way they worked and everything, and having all of that back, was really fun. J.K. Simmons is just in the very beginning of the movie. Just like what you see in the trailer is pretty much all you get.
Is
of him,
what we get,
which is fine because like that guy's amazing, and like he takes care of business, and whatever little bit of screen time he has in something, that dude takes care of business. That outside of the acting for Ben, like Braxton was really cool. I'm hit or miss with John Barenthal. He was great. He was really great in this. He was like Punisher light, because he's a freaking badass assassin. But man, he's just sarcastic and snarky, and the way he teases his older brother, the way he teases Deputy Director Medina, who's Cynthia Dade Robinson, if you're curious what the actress's real name is. There's this really cool assassin named Anissa, played by Daniela Padilla, that's in there. But the problem with this movie, and to quote Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder, when he was talking to Ben Stiller, this is me as Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder talking to Ben Affleck. You went full retard. You never go full retard. Like he took everything that was cool about Chris and like just kind of like, like, have you been eating paste? Like it was so cool to see like an autistic accountant in the first one, like doing his thing. And this time around, it was less autistic Jason Bourne and more assassin Sheldon Cooper.
Oh,
which nobody wants.
No.
So, I will say though, there's a lot of killing in this movie, and there's a lot of really cool like gunplay and things like that. But yeah, like jumping back into it, like the kids at the school in New Hampshire that are led by Justine, like they're like his own personal bat cave where he can be like, he calls and he's like, have, all green lights the entire way for Deputy Medina because she's got a body in the trunk. So, it was things like that. But on the plus side, it looks nice. The story did kind of lose you a little bit. It almost would have been better if it would have been about somebody trying to kill Braxton. And what the story is Ray is graduated, has retired from FinCEN, which we saw at the end of the first movie. And he's just doing like freelance, like PI stuff. Like, he's almost out of money because he's just helping people left and right. And he's trying to locate this Salvadorian family And I don't want to spoil the twist with this, but it's kind of like Shelton Cooper assassin meets a brother buddy cop movie meets Sounds of Freedom. You know, and it just doesn't fully work as a cohesive story.
I mean, because I really like the first one.
I did too. Now, I will say it looks fantastic. Like it's shot beautifully. Like they're in LA for a large chunk of the movie. They drive down to Juarez, Mexico. Great scenery and things like that. But like for me, out of 10, Ben Affleck went full Simple Jack, and you never go full Simple Jacks. Like it's a 5.75. I won't buy this one.
So this is definitely waiting for free streaming.
Yes, 100%. Like I was, there were other things I wanted to see. Like I wanted to take Jen to see Sinners, and I wanted to see Sinners again instead of this. So, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you like this kind of thing, like do it. Some of the jokes are in the trailer that would have been better served to not be in the trailer. Like when they're looking at the wall with all the assassinations on them and things. And Braxton's like, well, I know she didn't do that because I did that one. But he didn't say, like, he just alluded to it. And, it was a really funny scene, but, yeah, 5.75. Like I came out of it with a higher score. And as I've thought about it more, I like it less.
Yeah, I kind of like doing that where I have time to marinate and think about a movie, because I've done both. Although the last couple movies I've raised the scores, like Sinners, for example, I raised the score, and just the new Avengers or Thunderbolts / new Avengers, same thing.
Can we call them the Thundervengers? Thundavengers?
Dude, that is, what are we doing here?
A Volts?
What are we doing here? What? Oh my gosh. I'm just saying the fact that they did all of that. Like,
I like Thundavengers. Let's go with Thundavengers.
Okay. And again, here's a freebie. I will say this. And this is very similar to what I said about season 1 of Andor and how it bombed in the ratings. Don't look at Deadline or some of these other people saying this movie again. You saw what I said about it. I like this movie. This movie is not a success.
Oh no, its box office is bad.
Unless it has alien legs that starts this week and goes for the next 2 or 3 weeks, this movie is going to be a failure.
Yes.
Not as much as the Captain America, because it doesn't have like a $300+ million.
Well, true, but it's sold 1 million less tickets than Virtue Signal Brave New World.
And this is the thing and this is what Disney has done to Marvel. This is what Disney has done to Star Wars. It doesn't matter if, and again, with a couple exceptions, it doesn't matter if something is good or even decent. Decent movies back in the day would do pretty well. Also, get the budgets under control, Hollywood. Get the budgets under control.
Well, this one was like a 200, like close to 200 million.
It was 180.
Well, yeah, but then it was like another 100 million for marketing and probably another 40 million
for marketing. Yeah,
but probably another like 40 million for like going through and like changing everything after the fact. So, just for shits and giggles, the Monday after Brave New World came out, the first Monday, it made $11 million. And this one made 5.
Yeah. So this is the thing.
And sorry, it was a 44% drop from Sunday for Brave New World, and it was a 71% drop for New Avengers.
So again, I can't talk about Brave New World, whether this is better or not, but the couple people that like watch this,
box office, yeah.
Well, I'm saying like this was definitely better than that one. However, it doesn't matter because we've gotten so much slop It's the same thing with Star Wars. People are turned off by stuff, and they don't care if you say this is actually pretty good or this is okay. You should watch it.
Yeah.
They've gotten we've gotten beaten over the head with this bullshit that Disney has continually done that people have checked out. Again, I actually like season 1 of Andor. I've told you that many times. Guess how many minutes do you think I've watched so far of season 2?
0.
0. Now, I might watch it like when it's over and done, but after some of the stupid stuff, and again, people are tired. We just want good stories. And again, like I said, I thought the Thunderbolts was a solid story, but, and that's the but here, is that you're working with characters that a lot of people don't know from movies and TV shows that weren't necessarily good. You have an uninspired, uninteresting villain, and then you have all the slop that came before this. This movie would have had to have been gangbusters, Infinity War type good for it to be a success at the box office. But it couldn't be that without any superstars, without any characters, and with all the slop that came before it. So don't listen to the deadlines or any of these other places trying to play this up as this is a success. It is not.
It's anything but.
And this is coming from someone who enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
This is not a successful movie. Yep. It's not. And you cannot argue otherwise.
So this movie still has to make like $600 million to break even.
Right.
Like Virtue Signal in the Brave New World, it stalled at 414. Just under, it was, another $22,000 and it would be at 415. But yeah, it's not, neither one of these movies are gonna be moneymakers. So.
Yeah, unless Disney goes on a streak and starts buying out theaters.
You mean like Captain Marvel?
Yeah, unless they do that, it sucks because I think I like the people in it and they did a good job. Mm-hmm. But again, you a lot of times you get stained by the people around you and what they have done in the past.
Sure.
And that's what this movie is.
Yeah.
So
cool. All right. You ready to talk gorillas?
Magilla?
I was thinking this is like Harambe's Revenge. So like everybody's talking about this, and we're from Cincinnati. Like we live in Cincinnati. Like we go to the Cincinnati Zoo. R.I.P. Harambe. But yeah, I'm just thinking like this is coming up like 8 years later, 10 years later, whatever it is.
So I have to tell you this before you get started. Speaking of Harambe, there is someone
you pushed the kid into the pen, didn't you?
No. So Jess goes to Disney a lot, and I think it's on Animal Planet, but the Animal Kingdom or whatever, they have something that says Harambe.
Okay.
And someone they went with got upset. This was years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago, something like that, because she thought that they were basically using Harambe and trying to take advantage of the Cincinnati Zoo gorilla, not understanding that Harambe is a place in Africa.
I've told you before, you should find new friends.
Oh no, this is not a friend. This is not a friend.
Okay.
This was not a friend. So
yeah, maybe.
But
don't
when I
talk
heard
to that person. That person is too dumb to talk to.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Let's. Okay, so this is the dumbest thing on the internet right now. This is literally. This is. I think
when did
this
this start?
Like a week ago, and we're obviously obsessed with it because we keep sending memes back and forth. But this is dumber than the woman. Would you rather be alone in the woods with a man or a bear? Like, and these women were like, I'd much rather be alone with a bear. I'm like, well, you're not gonna be there very, very long because it's gonna eat you. This is stupid, but it's so like we as men the men as a whole have like taken this to heart, and it's like there are people who like have made tactical maps about how you would do it, and like, you know, you send people in. There's like Scott Steiner put out a tweet yesterday about it using Steiner math, like kind of like making it's in your Instagram DMs. So
yeah,
anyway,
I saw that, dude. That was freaking
doing Steiner
hilarious.
math. There's the people who are like, well, like, you know, you're gonna have the whole Anna Hawaii family show up. Oh, but not The Rock. He won't show up for it. You know, just all sorts of things. So what we want to do here is like we haven't prepped. So the only ground rules are there's no weapons. So we're gonna pick 100 men, like from fact fiction in the great beyond is what ChatGPT came up for me. But yeah, it'll be fun. So we're gonna do this hopefully in the next few minutes, like 20.
We're gonna
bust through this. We're not gonna give like a dissertation on each one, but I did write one down to get started because we were having a conversation about this today, and you had said, like, I forget, we were talking about Blade, and then I was like, oh, Simon Phoenix would definitely be on my team, which was Wesley Snipes' character in Demolition Man. And then it was, is it pre going in the ice Simon Phoenix versus post coming out of the ice Simon Phoenix? So I'm just going to go with peak Simon Phoenix as our number one draft pick.
That is pretty sharp.
So
I
think we just start throwing out names.
I have to throw out this name, Chuck Norris.
Oh yeah.
I mean, any of his roles,
right? Any of them. You know, you've got Chuck Norris. You've got to have like, you know, maybe Andre the Giant.
Oh yeah, and speaking of that, I was just going to. So I had a list, and I just looked up this list.
Yeah.
You could pick any 5, or I would probably pick 10.
Mm-hmm.
And this actually 10 of the best strongmen in the history.
Yeah.
Which one would include Mark Henry. So 10 strongmen.
So you want Mark Henry on there?
Hafthor Bjornsson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Mark Henry, Hafthor Bjornsson, Eddie Shaw, Mitchell Hooper, Tom Stoltzman.
You're going too fast.
Oh.
Okay, I have Mark Henry and Eddie Shaw.
Mitchell Hooper.
Okay.
Bill Kazmaier.
You got to spell Kazmaier for me.
Kazmizer.
Okay.
Or no, not Zer. Mier.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
And then who was the last one there?
Hafthor Bjornsson. So you can just say what was his name? The Mountain. Yeah, just say the Mountain.
All right, we got to go Joey Swole. I mean, he's got to be on here because he's got to like look at the gorilla and be like, "You just got to do better."
Yeah.
Mind
Tong
your
Po.
own business, gorilla. Okay, who was? Did you say Tong Po?
Yeah.
Good call. Good callback. Wait, which version of Tong Po? The Dave Bautista version of Tong Po from the Superior Kickboxer movie with Gina Carano, or
no? I'm talking about the Tong Po from the original, who was kicking a freaking bean.
Oh yeah,
like it was nothing.
I mean, you got to go Frank Dukes then too.
Yeah, that was right. DUX.
Yeah,
you're right. X.
Yeah. Okay, that's 11. We're 10%. We're 11% of the way there. I think we got to go.
So this is the thing.
Ahead. Yeah.
This is the thing. It sounds bad, but we need fodder.
We need what?
So fodder.
Oh yeah. So CM Punk.
80 through.
Right there, CM Punk. We're talking fodder.
I was gonna say.
I was really hoping you were going to give me an opportunity to Anyway, okay. Sorry. So let's go with some fodder.
80 through. I was about to say 80 through 20 could be dudes just hopped up on meth, cocaine, and LSD and just send them after it.
So random American drug addict.
Yeah. And say, hey, your next bump, that gorilla has it.
Okay. I like this. I think, you know who else we need in here? For his tactical genius? Urkel.
Who?
Steve Urkel.
What? His tactical genius?
Yeah. Did you ever watch him play basketball? Did you ever see how he dealt with bullies in school?
Dude.
Urkel's the man.
I know what you're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Okay.
So, you know how many times he got put into a locker and it didn't bother him and he just got right back up and kept going and kept being Urkel? We need that grit.
Yeah.
We need that grit on the team. So.
Yeah, James Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude, he's like one strand away from a gorilla.
I didn't spell that right, but Vontez Perfect.
Oh, God.
That guy was a maniac.
He's going to give the gorilla CTE.
Ronnie Lott.
Oh, yes.
So you got to have that. Do we want the fridge?
Oh,
Refrigerator Perry?
Yeah. Rest in peace. Rick Malone. Charles Oakley.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got to put Bill Lambier in there too. Let's be honest.
I mean, I was already writing it as you were saying it, so. I mean, he is my favorite basketball player of all time, and I spelled his last name wrong.
Haku.
Yes.
Dude just looks like
we're at 22. So we're 22% done.
Well, to be fair, the random drug addict, that's like 20 people.
I mean, so do we want to? Okay,
that's our fodder.
So random American drug addict
times 20.
Let's
because you need fodder.
Sure.
Random.
I mean,
drug
that's
addict
why we have
plus
CM Punk.
Plus Phil.
Okay, so we're up to 30. We'll go from there.
John Wick. I mean,
oh yeah,
just tell John Wick the gorilla killed his dog.
Here's what I was
not
thinking.
above framing the gorilla for that.
Exactly. Speaking of Johns, we need John Cena because the gorilla will never see him coming anyway.
Oh, he will never see it coming. Absolutely.
So, yeah,
one of my favorite tag teams growing up,
Demolition,
the Powers of Pain. Oh, I love Demolition too. Warlord and Barbarian.
No, Axe and Smash.
No, Powers of Pain.
Oh, no,
Demolition.
Sorry. Oh, you said Powers of Pain, not Towers of Pain.
Yeah,
I typed that wrong.
No, Powers. Yeah. I mean, he's kind of useless in the ring, but Omos. I mean, dude is a monster.
Oh yeah, he's got that reach too, where he could just put his hand on the gorilla's forehead and just hold the gorilla at bay. Oh, what's his name? Jason David Frank, the Power Ranger, the white Tommy.
Oh, Tommy.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's Jason David Frank, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, he's a badass. Okay, we're at 37. Oh, Lawrence Taylor.
I mean, yeah.
So that's one that has to be on there. I mean, I think we need to start looking back. Maybe we need Teddy Roosevelt in here.
Jumpy Gathers. Remember that name?
Yeah.
He was a defensive lineman that used to pick 300-pound dudes up with the forklift move. Oh, Reggie White. Yes.
So yeah, Reggie White, Ivan Drago. He needs to be in there. We probably, we could actually probably put Rocky in front of the CM Punk random drug addict like fodder squad. I mean, Rocky's gonna survive and be okay. But
Yeah.
maybe Rocky Balboa.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he took punches from Drago
Yeah.
and Clubber Lang that literally would have killed lesser men.
Yes. Plus, he had to put up with Paulie living in his house for all those years. So, I want to say Blade, but like as you mentioned earlier, this is just not fair. I mean, because he's,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, we're at 43. We're slowing down.
I know, right?
I mean,
Aaron Donaldson.
Oh, Ray Lewis.
Oh, how do we not think of Ray Lewis?
Because we're Cincinnati people, and we're, it was hard enough for us to say James Harrison.
Yeah, but James Harrison technically did play for the Bengals for a year or two, so
true.
That was easier.
So, Tom Brady
as like
he's QB1. I mean, he's gonna direct traffic. Like if it looks like the Gorilla's gonna win, like who better do you want on the field to make that comeback?
Solid,
right?
He doesn't crack under pressure.
No,
unless as long as it doesn't have a Giants uniform on, he won't crack.
He really only cracked when number 12 was across the field from him.
Still can't believe that. Like,
dude, he lives rent free in Tom Brady's head to this day, and
I still can't believe he got away that sack.
That by itself is why Eli should be in the Hall of Fame. Like, never mind the fact that he won 2 Super Bowls and was a 2-time Super Bowl MVP and finished above 500 as a starter, and has the record for the most consecutive starts without getting hurt, which got ended because they took him out to put in somebody, I forget who it was. But anyway, all right. Gosh, who else do we need? Oh, Antonio Brown. I mean, he'll just walk up and just start headbutting the gorilla.
Well, honestly, you know what? That's a good idea. How about like put Usain Bolt on there, because we need some fast guys to help tire the gorilla out. That is like they help, that wants to chase. What's the guy's name? That's
Chris Benoit. We definitely need Chris Benoit in there. So that's a for sure. Psycho Sid.
Mankind. Speaking of like being able to take punishment.
Oh yeah,
Mankind.
That gorilla could just yeet him across the battlefield, and he's coming right back. Oh, should we add Jey Uso up to like the random drug addict CM Punk fodder part?
Yeah, because he's going to try to spear the gorilla, and the gorilla's going to just, we know it's going to happen to him.
Okay, we're halfway done. We're going to do this. We're going to make it.
All right. Let's see. Brock Lesnar. I mean, again, he has gorilla in his DNA.
He does. 100%. I feel like Vladimir Putin. I mean, he's a KGB assassin. Like, he rides a horse without a shirt on still, and he's like 900 years old. Right?
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, of all the world leaders, if like they got together in a room and like, okay, you guys gonna fight now?
Yes.
He's the one who's walking out alive.
That's absolutely 100% right.
Even if there's no weapons and all he has is his bare hands and a pencil.
Yeah.
He's the Baba Yaga of world leaders.
Let's see. The Baba Yaga. Devin Larratt. and just put after that Levan, Levan. He's like the best arm wrestler now. So because we
Oh,
need guys
okay.
with grip strength too.
Oh yeah.
And there's
So
this. I mean, he's super small, but there's this guy that I just saw that he's a mountain climber. I mean, he's only a buck 60, but his grip strength is stronger than guys that are like 50 pounds higher or 60 pounds and above his weight class. I just don't know his name.
yeah.
But those two guys have, their grip strength are ridiculous and they're big,
So talking
especially
about grip strength, Steven. Okay, I'm gonna butcher his name, but it's Steven Nedrodowsik. He's a U.S. gymnast who's blind and he does the pommel horse, and his grip strength is crazy. Plus, his spatial awareness is like Daredevil next level.
I was gonna say, is this
So,
Daredevil?
but like he has to wear like special glasses because of his eye condition. But like he's like, yeah, he was pretty impressive at the Olympics. So, all right, who were we saying?
No, I did.
Oh,
Van Vader.
yeah, Tony Hawk.
Braun Strowman.
I like how you didn't
Did we
ask
say the
about
Big
why
Show?
Tony Hawk.
Dude, I'm just gonna trust you with this.
It's so he can distract the gorilla with his awesome kickflips in 900s. So, like, he can just be like in the background. Like there is support staff that has to be this. Like, it's not just a bum rush thing. I mean, there are people who are going to bum rush them, led by CTE Phil. But so for number 61, we got to go Bruce Lee.
Oh, he's got to be in there.
Oh, did I put Jet Li? I don't think I put Jet Li down. I did.
No,
not.
you did not.
Jet Li definitely needs to be in there.
Brody King.
Yeah. Wardlow.
And just for a weight. Oh yeah. For the weight factor, Yokozuna. And you could probably put just 66 through 70 like sumo wrestlers, because I don't know any names of sumo wrestlers, even though I've seen them and I know some of them. Like, these guys are great, and so Brian Pillman, because he's a little crazy.
Well, if we were doing that, we got to put Stone Cold in.
Oh yeah.
He'll just crash.
Stone Cold
he'll literally just crash a
ATV
4-wheeler into him, and then did you see the video where he missed the ramp? Like,
I did not see that.
So yeah, he was like, I'm gonna speculate he was probably drunk before he even went out there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the way he was riding that.
We got 27 to go.
Khabib, and then put down after that 3 more names of, just say, Dagestani fighters. Because it's literally like, take your pick. These are guys that, as kids, they literally wrestle bears. So. Oh, Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Is it Tyson Kidd? No, wait. Tyson, the big British boxer guy, the bald white guy.
Oh, Tyson Fury.
Fury, that's right. Tyson Kidd is the wrestler.
Speaking of Francis Ngannou too.
All right.
Uh,
We got 20 to go. We could do this.
Speaking of like George Foreman. Oh, what is this guy's name? It's probably going to be a crazy name.
Muhammad Ali, if we've got George Foreman.
Yeah.
Because Ali can kind of, soften him up, float
Just
like a butterfly.
put Lasha, Lasha, because I am not going to even try to say his last name. But he's the
Oh,
Olympic powerlifter. He holds like 3 or 4 records.
yeah.
Guy's a monster, like just ridiculous. And he's from Georgia. Like that's another country. It's like you get some dudes from Georgia.
I have a good one for you. I'm gonna put it down and I'm gonna let you say it. Okay, you ready? For number 84. Right? Right? Sensational. Yeah, too buff for this from the internets. Gosh, who else? There's so many good power lifters out there that we could pick.
I know that's why I like.
Oh, we need what's Roman's last name in the Fast and Furious movies? Because he never loses fights, even though he doesn't know how to fight. So I imagine we would want someone. I'm kidding. We're not putting him on the list.
I would say if we could trust him, here's one that like off the cuff is Hannibal Lecter. Talk about genius and intelligence.
And he could have a nice dinner afterwards.
Yeah.
Hamill.
Kind of reminds me of that show Manimal.
Yes, Manimal was great. But yeah, I'm trying. Okay. I wrote Braun. I wrote Braun Strowman, but you meant Braun Breaker.
Oh, dude. No, that's it. I'm Braun Breaker too.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna put Braun Strowman now.
Oh, I thought you said put Braun Breaker.
Yeah, no, I accidentally. Oh yeah, Maximus Meridius.
Maximus the Muscle.
You could find yourself riding in a field alone. Do not fret, because the gorilla has killed you, and you are already dead, and you are in Elysium.
Ethan Hunt.
Yeah. Oh, any Jason Statham character except for a working man.
Yes. Would it be fair, and I know you don't like this movie, but would it be fair to put Rutger Hauer's character from, I mean, because he's technically not human, so I guess
No,
you could
he's
do
a
that.
he's
From,
a replicant.
Blade Runner.
You can't do a replicant.
Yeah, he's
That's
a
not a
replicant.
human.
Can't do that.
It'd be like, oh yeah, let's put the T-2000 in here. Why not? Would the T-2000 beat the gorilla in a fight? Decidedly so, in mere seconds.
Yeah.
But so I have any Jason Statham character except a working man as number 89. Oh man, gosh, do we want James Bond in there? No, he'll probably try to fuck.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna say Jack Burton.
Yes. Jack Bauer.
Ooh,
because he will
Jack Bauer. That's a good one.
He'll torture the gorilla until it tells him what he wants because we've got no time. There's no time.
Bardem's Anton from No Country for Old Men.
I mean, do we want Duncan Idaho from Dune? I mean, he is a sword master of Ganaz. He's pretty badass. He's actually the main character of the
And that's
story because they keep bringing him back over and 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 over again.
Do it. Patrick Bateman.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, he's a psych. Like, you need psychos for this. Like, the only caveat I have, again, if we're all going, have this same purpose, we're going to use your Oh, Ragnar Lothbrok.
Do we want Ragnar Lothbrok or, hear me out, do we want Bjorn Ironside?
Oh,
I'm thinking Bjorn because he won.
I'm thinking Bjorn.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Bjorn Ironsides, yes.
We were side note, we were when Haley got back from prom on Saturday, Saturday, when they woke up on Sunday, they were talking, her and her friend Sammy were talking about blood eagles. So there's nothing more disturbing than two 17-year-old girls talking about blood eagles. Neither one really knowing what it is.
Oh my.
So I explained it to them. And then I pulled up the scene from season 2, episode 7 of Vikings where they do the blood eagle. And they were like, oh, we thought their chest like exploded open. It's like, no. Like, you're still alive and they're hacking your ribs off of the back of your spinal column. And then they drape your lungs over your shoulders and you actually suffocate to death rather than bleed out.
Yeah. Dude, the one guy they did that with, and he was like, dude, he basically said, you're not built for this, and then just cut his throat.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. He's like, dude,
that was the second one. So because if they were to yell out, they don't get to go to Valhalla. They wouldn't go. So the one guy, at least,
basically
he took it.
Yeah. And they were impressed. Mm-hmm. But the other guy, they basically told him, you're not built for this. You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
You're not that guy. What about Dwight Schrute?
Can he bring beats?
I mean, yeah, to throw at the gorilla.
I mean, we have 3
left.
We have to add Dom Toretto.
Okay.
We have to add Dom Toretto because he'll bring everybody together as family. Do we have Kane and the Undertaker in there on here?
I'm going to put Kane / Undertaker because they're literally interchangeable because they've both done each other's gimmick. Yeah. All right, number 99.
Let's see.
I think we need Haystacks Calhoun because he was the size of a gorilla. No, George the Animal Steel.
Oh, dude, that's perfect. Yes.
Okay. Number 100, who do we got? I think we bring Chris Benoit back again. Just to finish, if finally you're gonna finish him off.
Again, grip strength, Blackjack Mulligan. He's gonna throw the claw on that gorilla.
All right.
Dude, we actually did this.
There's our 100. I mean, we kind of cheated a little bit with like random Dagestani
but you have
fighter.
To, though. Yeah.
Fighter. I don't think I spelled Dagestani right.
How did you spell it? I think it's the GE, but that it's the E you're just missing, I think. But I mean, some of the names, I'm like, dude, I'm not going to even try to pronounce their names.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's all. It was just you just missed it. It was just the E. That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I am 1,000% confident in this list. 1,000%.
Yeah.
Like I would bet like the lives of everyone I've ever met and know that this would happen and that these 100 men would win.
Yes.
They'd win going away.
I mean, once they got Phil out of there, they would definitely they would be unstoppable. So
Feels like that first wave of orcs, like that just get dropped by arrows. He's just gonna get his face pounded in the paste.
right.
So that was fun. Again,
Where is
like you said that you said it before. This is like one of the dumbest things. Internet go internet, but with this stupidity comes some hilarious memes. So I really can't say that it hasn't been entertaining seeing this over the last week. And I woke up one day and I saw texts about this stuff, like from the dudes chat, and I'm like, what the hell is this? See what happens when you go to sleep and wake up and you about 100 men versus a gorilla.
Right.
So yeah, that's our list. And like I said,
This is a good
1,000%
list.
confident.
I mean, Tong Po, Frank Dukes, Steve
Andre
Urkel.
the Giant, Mark Henry,
Yeah.
Urkel, James Harrison.
Yeah.
Like
Joey Swoll.
some of the bad boys. King Haku.
You know what?
Demolition.
I'm gonna swap out a sumo wrestler.
Okay.
For Rob Dibble.
Nasty boys.
Dude, Rob Dibble he'll get behind the gorilla and just like throw a heater right at his spinal column, and the gorilla's done.
Tim Tuffle. Oh, dude.
So,
I remember when he did that to Tim Tuffle.
Maybe
dude looked like he got sniped.
We gotta put Charlton. We gotta put Norm Charlton in there too. I mean,
ask Mike Scioscia about Norm Charlton.
Oh, right. Mike Scioscia was never the same after what Norm Charlton did to him. That was the baseball equivalent of Adam Cole's promo on Karrion Kross. Like Karrion Kross is still not the same. And even though these people are like, he deserves a push, he's blah, blah, blah. Pass. All right. That's our list. We did that in less than a half hour. I'm super proud of us for that. How do you feel? How do you feel about our list? Huh?
High five. Like I said, I'm 1,000% confident in this list. Like there's not even a question in my mind that, like, dude, 20 minutes max, and that gorilla is like Hannibal Lecter is, eating his liver.
Yeah.
So. And again, this it's so that was fun.
Yeah, that was a good one. What's Khabib's last name? Did I spell Khabib right?
Nurmagomedov. Don't ask me how. N-U-R.
I'm just gonna type in Kebab.
Magomedov.
UFC.
It's K-H-A-B-I-B.
Yeah, I see that now.
And it's Khabib.
Khabib. Oh, we probably should have grabbed Conor McGregor from Roadhouse.
Oh gosh, are you going back to that?
Oh no, I'm just kidding. But they're making Roadhouse 2, by the way.
Oh, I know. I told you that. I don't know if they started filming yet, but I mean, let's be honest. I'm going to watch that one too. So
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to love it. All right. This is our list. This is our episode. Darryl, do you have any last words?
You're going down, gorilla. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Going down to Monkey Town.
What do they say? Cope and seethe, buddy. Cope and seethe.
It'll be like that time when I went to Animal Planet at Disney World and the mama gorilla was trying to get the baby gorilla to go what she needed to do. And she just literally grabbed it by the butthole and pulled it over. And it was like the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. And then it led to years of like, just like the people we were there with just walking by and goosing each other in the butt going, gorilla. So anyway, all right. On that note, thank you for listening. We will talk to you next week. Have a great day, night, evening, weekend. Whenever you're listening, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave 5-star reviews. Darryl, any last words?
Nope.
Oh, I do have one last word. I have 3 hours left in Dune. As in all 19 books.
Oh my
Since the
gosh.
beginning of the year.
Dude, you're powering through those.
Anyway, all right. On that note, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
See ya.
The Infamous Podcast is recorded in Kings Mills, Ohio, just north of Cincinnati. You can find new episodes every Sunday on Apple Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcast, our website, or anywhere podcasts are downloaded. This show is hosted by Darryl Jasper and me, Brian Tudor. To find more information about the show, visit us at infamouspodcast.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Infamous Podcast to keep up with the show. We also have a Patreon page, patreon.com/Infamous Podcast. We have some great rewards for our patrons and are looking for help to grow the show to bring you more of the content you want to hear. Music for this podcast is provided by Michael Henry from meetmichaelhenry.com. So, whenever you're listening to us, have a great day, night, evening, weekend, whenever it is, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.